The climate in Portland seems rather similar to various places that I've been. And I've only been here though for less than 24 hours, so I just want to keep that in mind. But from the stories that I've been able to hear over the last less than 24 hours, I've learned a little bit about the gentrification that's taking place in Portland, which really reminds me of the various trends that are occurring across the country.
Work where you are to dismantle structural racism and to challenge anti-Black racism. And that's bigger than diversity. It's bigger than multiculturalism, but it's certainly about a deep listening to the experiences of people of color and other marginalized groups, and then really cultivating spaces where those same groups can exercise their leadership in terms of helping to shape alternatives. And I think the role of people who are not in those social positions is to have their back. My experience has been that people have been waiting for this for a long time. And particularly folks who live in communities that are impacted by police violence and systemic racism. People who don't live in those communities have various reactions and responses to it, including the infamous All Lives Matter, which is fascinating. We do believe that all lives matter, but we don't live in a world where all lives matter, and so that kind of response actually really puts on display the very issues that we're trying to address, where there's a part of our country that believes that that people are suffering because of their own lack of individual initiative. And then there are a whole bunch of people who are saying, yeah, it's not about the fact that I'm lazy, it's about the fact that my community's infrastructure is crumbling, it's about the fact that I can't drive down the street without being harassed or targeted by law enforcement. It's about the fact that I live in a community where there are failing schools. It's about the fact that I live in a community where there's no jobs. It's about the fact that I live in communities where there's no hospitals or grocery stores, right? So certainly, I think this movement has helped to make more visible the fact that we have a lot of work to do to really practice the values that this country was founded on.